Alright guys, welcome back to College Cooking. We are going to get started on my favorite part of the episode, and that is deep fried Oreos. Oh my gosh, they are so good. So we're going to get started with our batter. Basically, I took 1 cup of just pancake mix and just follow the directions on the back. I already put in the tablespoon of oil. Next that we have to add is 3/4 of a cup of milk and 1 lonesome egg. There we go. Whenever breaking eggs, always be sure to not get a piece of the shell into the mix, because that will not be fun for the person who gets that piece of a hard shell. It's pretty much just calcium. That's what the shell is made out of. But basically, you're just going to mix this up. Same way you would make pancakes or waffles, whatever your favorite breakfast treat is, or even muffins, whatever. Just mix it up all nice and dandy. Make sure you get rid of all the clumps, because if you don't, it's just going to get nasty. You're going to get a piece of dried powder in your food, and it's not good. These things are supposed to be moist. They're supposed to be delicious, creamy, because they're Oreos. So, alright, this is a pretty quick whisk here. If I weren't on camera right now, I'd probably be stirring for a little bit longer, but it's okay. We can move on. So, over here on the stove, we have oil heating. One thing with oil that you should know, there's a lot of oil tips today, is that you have to make sure that it's temperature control. Oil isn't just something that you can heat up and throw something into it and just let it cook. Because just like everything else, if it's too hot, the outside is going to get really cooked really quickly, possibly even burnt, while the inside is just as normal as you started out with. So you always want to make sure that you're following certain guidelines when dealing with oil. Typically, you want to stay around like 325 to 375 degrees, just to make sure that it's not too hot. That's perfect for deep frying things like French fries, like we did before, or even anything else like funnel cakes. And if you're doing funnel cakes at that temperature, it's perfect to do Oreos at that temperature too, because they're essentially the same thing. So, here we have our cookies, double stuffed, so you know that's going to be delicious. These are a pain to open. Now, personally, when I make deep fried Oreos at home, I get the double stuffed because you'll notice that when you're cooking it, the cookie itself is going to get really soft, and it's probably going to flatten a little bit when you cook it. But when you get double stuffed, you get twice the amount of cream, and plus it's just good. Let's be real, it's delicious. So our oil is ready to go, and we're just going to take our Oreo, throw it into the batter. Just get it nice and covered evenly. You can barely even see it's in there. Just, it's in there. Once you think it's covered pretty well, pick it up. Just be a little careful. This will get messy. Take it and just drop it in and let it cook. It's really faint to hear, but it is bubbling. Everything is cooking. Let's just turn it up a little bit. And while that one's cooking, let's get some more started. You can take a few at a time and just throw them in, let them get covered. Granted, it'll take a little bit more time to cover them all, but it can be done. Alright, and like we did with the first one, you just pick them up, make sure you don't get any drippings anywhere, and just drop them in. Our deep fried Oreos are just about done. These are the last 3. We're just going to take these out, and we are just going to put them, same thing we did with the French fries, put them onto a plate with paper towels, just so we can absorb the leftover oil that will drip from these. That's why I always want to make sure you have something to absorb all the oil. It's just going to get all over the place. So as you can see right here, be sure also when you're done, turn off the stove with the oil, because leftover hot oil can start grease fires, and God forbid that happens to you. But these are our deep fried Oreos. They are golden brown, they are crispy, they are cooked all the way through. I'm looking forward to having this for dessert. If you're feeling crazy, and I mean crazy, you can take these and put powdered sugar on top. If you've seen an episode before this, we did game day donuts, which is pretty similar, and we added powdered sugar on top, just the same way we would to Zeppelis, and it made them delicious. But there's so much sugar in this already, I'm going to leave that to you guys if you want to try it. So that's everything. Let's go ahead and take all this stuff and have some dinner.